This is a short demo of a feature I wanted to share which allows a user to select multiple passages from lots of different texts and add them into a bucket or a kind of shopping cart, and then bundle them into a combined PDF that has continuous page numbers, continuous footnote numbers, and a combined index. I could see this being really useful if you wanted to create a reader for an upcoming seminar with many students. You wanted to pull fragments or passages from larger texts into a reader that's suited to the subject matter of the seminar. Or you could be doing it for personal use to build a list of or a reader of research texts that you wanted to work on, that you wanted to print in a print format and take with you. So here's how this would work. To add a text to the bucket that you want to print, you would just need to focus on the text in question. So let's say I wanted to add this lecture on faith to my bucket. I would focus on the text and then come over here and make a comment. You need to be signed in to do this, so let me sign out and then I'll just sign in with Google. And I can make any kind of comment, but then I can group comments around a list. So I'm going to make a new list called demo list. And I'm going to create a comment here that says, hi students, the following lecture from Peter Plau is a really good example of the discussions of faith happening at the end of the 14th century. All right, so I've got my demo list tag and I'm going to add this here, and now I can filter current text in my demo list, and you can see the annotation that I made here. Now this text, you might notice, is highly dependent on the prologue written by Peter Lombard in the 12th century, so you might want to add that to your reader so students can see how this text is responding or commenting on that much earlier text. So I'm going to navigate over to that text. Here I can get a preview, navigate over to it, and I want to focus on the prologue itself, not just an individual paragraph. So let me move up the tree a little bit. So now I'm focused on the prologue, and then say, here is the prologue written by Peter Lombard in the 12th century that Peter Plau is commenting on the 14th century. Again, I'm going to add it to my demo list, and you can see now I have two things in my bucket: the lecture from Peter Plau and the prologue from Peter Lombard's sentences. Peter Lombard's sentences itself is highly dependent on Augustine's De Trinitate. You can see that there are several quotes here from Augustine's De Trinitate, particularly book 3. So we might want to say, oh, I want to make sure that's in my reader so students can see that context as well. So again, I might navigate over to this, all right, and this is focused right now on a given paragraph. I'm going to move up, not to book 3 itself, okay? And then maybe I can leave another kind of note. So the following is the text from book 3 of Augustine's De Trinitate, used heavily by Lombard in his prologue to the sentences. Okay, again, I'm going to add it to my demo list. Okay, and now I've got 3 texts in my demo list. So I can add as many texts as I want. I could add individual paragraphs. I can add whole books, whatever suits your purposes. And then from my annotation list, which I can still use to navigate around, I can also generate a PDF from this list. So let me do that now. Once that gets started, the process begins processing. It takes a little while. But there's a little status update, so I can click that. I can say that it's still converting, and I can just wait. And after 30 seconds or so, it really depends on how much text you're processing, you get a link that says View PDF. So I'll click on this View PDF, okay? And you can see that it's bundled those three subsections into one PDF along with an introductory editorial note. So we get this note here. You can see that we have bookmarks to each of the three sections, and we can see that we're getting all the kind of paratext that you would expect of a critical edition, a apparatus fontium, the criticus apparatus criticus, sorry. And we can just scroll down to the end of this section. You can see that we then get the Peter Lombard text. And then we get the De Trinitate text. And we even get a bundled index, so it's for the whole, for whatever you've bundled together. So all the references to Augustine's De Trinitate, references to the condemned articles of Paris, references to Bible verses that appear. And these, if you're using the PDF digitally, you can even use these page numbers to link back to where the quotation occurs. So that's the basic idea. As the apparatus fontium gets more and more complete, the index will be more and more robust. But that's the basic idea. So I just wanted to illustrate that. Thanks so much for watching.